What is up, my crazy Verticonians? My name's Vertico, you can call me V, and welcome back to Hungry Dragon. Today's episode is all about getting ourselves some lovely gems, those big pink things in the top right-hand corner. I say big, they're tiny, but those things in the top right-hand corner. Methods I'm going to be using today are, I would say, pretty routine. Like, a lot of people know how to use them or what to do, and I appreciate that. Don't mean to condescend or patronise. It's just that I have found a way that is easiest for me and might benefit you guys too. So, without further ado, we will jump into the video. So, first and foremost, obviously, turn on the map for free. So, watch the advert, do it for free, great. And then, the first thing you want to do is hunt for all of your chests. What I do in regards to hunting the chest and going for gems, I find that there's a specific route that I really do find easiest. You just go up here, you just go straight down to the right. And sometimes you'll get a pig right here, but didn't get one on this occasion. I get one here though, so you go about here. I always go straight up from here because up here we can occasionally get a little piggy. No piggy, damn it. And then if it's not here, we can go to the left here, and sometimes, just sometimes, we'll find a piggy. We did not find a piggy, that's fine. So the next place that I want to go to is down to the below the graveyard, where all the swirly whirlwind of vortex of air, swirly whirlwind vortex of air. Yeah, that's totally a neopunk band waiting to happen. Keep flying down, go past all these. These are great for getting a fire rush. Fire rush is pretty great because you can keep the score up if you're going for that as well and get some coins. Usually there can be one down here, not one in this instance. Do you know this is actually like the 4th time I've tried to record this? The first time the video got corrupted, I got 20 gems in one run without the chest, and I got the chest as well, which actually gave me 30 gems in total. And then I ran across, sorry about that, the game sort of just lagged out a bit. So usually you can find one down there, but 2 down there in some cases. But what you want to really do is you are going to just fly across to the left, and once you've gone to the left, you're going to go into the lovely alien zone, because down here, whoa, I thought I just saw one. I may be going crazy. But down here you can find at least 3 or 4 in this like cave. Depending on the spawns and your RNG luck, you can find quite a few. So I'm currently on, 1? So it's not going great so far. But I'm usually up to 4 or 5 by this point easily. I've only got 1. Was it 2? I can't know. It was definitely only 1. No, it was 2. It was 2. We're on 2. There we go. There's number 3. So you will find one over here somewhere, and you can find one here. You can find one as soon as you come in around there. You can find a few in there. I know you can find one in the secret area, and sometimes between those barriers, problem is you need to build up fire rush for that, and in some cases you may see one inside, you get the fire rush, go back to it, and it's gone. It's completely gone. So don't be surprised if that happens. Don't know why it just despawns as soon as you leave its like sort of general area, which isn't great. So I'm going to fly straight across the right here, and we are going to go and try and get everything. So there you go, that is another one. So right up here, you want to go in because you can get one easily. Obviously, there's going to be a lot of you guys that know all of these locations, and I appreciate that entirely. For those that are really struggling, trust me, these locations are really easy to get to once you've got an XL Dragon. Otherwise, all the ones in the main zone are pretty great for the small, medium ones. And you may find that when you get XL, all the ones in the easy to gain areas are not going to be an easy spawn. I don't know if I just missed one then, or if it was one of the pets. I'm not too sure. I do not like it where it like darkens your view. I've got a neon dragon. Why can't I see everything? It would make much more sense. So I'm gonna fly up to the left. Oh yeah, forgot about that. There we go. One can spawn there instead of inside the barriers, which is fine by me because it means I don't have to go and get a fire rush to go back in there. Was that a jellyfish? And another bad thing about this area is you're going to double check everything because you're going to think it's a jellyfish and it's not, and there will be one in here, the secret area, which is, just to clarify, you're off map, but it's about here. But you think it's a jellyfish, it's not, and vice versa. I actually lost count already of how many gems we got, but you get the point. Saying that, did I start off with 280? I think I started off with 280 or 281 maybe. I think it might have been 281. Let's see. Yeah, I think it was about that. Could be wrong, could have been 282. But we've got a few at least. And then you want to go up all the way up here, cross over to here, where you will find occasionally flying pig. I find that spawns in, I'd say, 2 out of 3 attempts, which is quite nice. But you will find in some cases it won't spawn. you are going to want to come down here, where you'll find one potentially there, as I just did. Can occasionally find one in here. Not a massive amount of luck myself down here, but it's always worth checking. So I'm going to go back up, go cut through the middle, so that we can make sure that we don't miss one that does sometimes spawn around this area. Looking like it's a nope. Looking like it's a strong nope. It's a nope. Can occasionally find one around here somewhere. Not too sure where it spawns, because it sometimes comes and goes, but I think it's around this mark. Just before you go through. Another thing to consider when you are very low, very early in your play, it's definitely worth going to the Beyond and trying to snag some. You can find them in the chest, or you can actually find them on their own. It's like the sort of, when I say chest, the little mystery chests that like sort of pop up, that remind you of Mario. Or occasionally you can find them on their own, like that, but it sometimes gives you coins, sometimes it gives you gems, or a gem. I know this is a waste of a Mega Fire Rush, but this is the best way of keeping up to the top. There we go. No, come back. Yep, there we go. There was one in there. Lovely. And you can, of course, find them actually on their own, and they will switch between a star for score, junk, which obviously isn't great, and then a gem. Find that if you go towards it when it's just turned junk, and you're about, what, a couple of seconds away from it, you're going to be fine. If not, you're going to get, well, junk or a star, which isn't great, but it's better than, you know, just junk. There we go, and you'll find one, usually, you can find one around up here, like I just, there. You'll find one easily, I say easily, it's a lie completely. You won't find one easily, but you can find one in here. I do find that actually in the Goblin City, it's probably the least likely to spawn, and I mean that in a weird way, because I'll come across it like 3 times in a row, and then I'll go like 3 decades without seeing it again, which is a bit of a pain. Then what you want to do is, this is at least my route, guys, there's so much stress. Then what you are going to do, though, is go across from here, try and find anything, and nope, not looking good. So you can find usually one that spawns directly beneath me to the right, and directly beneath me to the left. If not, failing that, you can go up here, and you may, because this one's unlikely, find one around here. But it's a nope this time. Now we go into an area where you can get 3 potential spawns, which are up here. So usually, before we actually get to the area that I'm talking about, well, this is the area I'm talking about, but another area I want to talk about, because I seem to go on a tangent, there we go, one there, is the Goblin Mines. I hate going into the Goblin Mines, or I used to at least, until I found out like 3 or 4 of them can spawn in there, and now I don't do a gem run without it, because it's super duper useful. Anyway, so you can find one top left, one top right at this area. You can sometimes find one all the way over here in this general area, but it isn't on this case. And occasionally one spawns in the trees here, but I think that's just one of them, the top ones flying down or the bottom one flying up. But, you know, and here we go. Let's go up to the top left. Oh, battery, yep, there we go. Battery dying mode. I really hope that doesn't... That might have been what caused the recording problem last time, so I hope it hasn't happened again. There we go, flying pig. Because you can get one top left where I've just gone past, one through there. And obviously this is the new area. Not really tested this for pigs yet. I know that one has eventually spawned up here as a result of this area being here, so I'm not too sure. So you can usually get up to 3 at the top there, and then what you want to do is just do a sort of a sweep from the top. As soon as you get towards the end of these sort of like barriers, you're going to want to come down and go mid across. So you can usually get 1 or 2 spawn in this general area. We're not getting super lucky with this little run, but oh well. It does just come down to luck and just chance of finding them. Then we're going to sort of just bring it quite lower and just hope one's flown a bit downwards, but it doesn't look like that's the case, and we've only got 1 in this area so far, which isn't great. It's not great, but it's fine. I'm sure the Goblin Mines will more than make up for it. I'm not going into Beyond in each area because it's just so finicky. I don't know if I'd even recommend doing like just the Beyond or just trying to do that. Obviously there are there are other ways of getting gems, and I would say maybe not a little bit easier, but potentially. It depends on the outcome and yield of what you can get. There can be one that spawns here, just an FYI, and potentially it's not spawned. There's one back in the cave as you come to the fork as well. But yeah, the problem is with there are easier ways, if you will, sort of cop-out ways, I think. But you can go in, try to see if one is spawned in the easiest area, which is almost to your right going down straight away, and then just above that, and then potentially in the Goblin Mines quit, do it again, so on and so forth. And if you do that in like 60 seconds and you can get 1 or 2 gems a minute, you can probably make just about the amount of the same. But I don't know, it ruins the immersion not to be able to actually be able to go out and earn them, if that makes sense. Just sort of scouring, so no one can spawn in the general area up here, but it doesn't seem to have done, so I'm not going to first. There's one that can spawn here, as you can see. Then I'm going to go up, because one can spawn here. Beat me to it. Alright, I see how it is. We need to get a fire rush soon. One can spawn in there. It usually spawns over here, but it just spawns inside of the wheel, which is normal. It seems to be the reason that we've been like suffering with all of our gems in this playthrough is because they have been all in the mines. We are going to die unless we get a fire rush. Come on. Give me a fire rush. Give me a fire rush. Give me a goddamn fire rush. No, no, no. Not happening. Not happening. But yeah, the other spawns have just gone past. These two, you can get one here and one up there, but doesn't seem to have spawned, so that's fine, that's fine. And you can get one here. I think there are others obviously in the spawn locations in this place, and I fully recommend that you test it out yourself and develop your own methods. But for a run, that wasn't bad. We're going to say, just playing devil's advocate, I think I started with 280, but we'll call it 282 just to be safe. Calling it 282 still means I've got 15 gems. So that's a lot of gems for what, a 9-minute run. That's not bad. That's over a gem a minute, which is nice. Obviously, it takes time building up your gems, but you've got to remember there are other ways of earning them past that. You can get your chests, we can guarantee you 10 gems a day. You can also do the tournaments. That's not what I wanted. I want to press the play the tournament. I need to go and do this again because someone beat me by 2,000. Obviously, the only gem reward for this is coming quite low. So if you didn't want the like eggs and stuff, then by all means, try and pitch yourself a bit lower. Community missions are also super important. You just take part of them passively anyway, unless it's something specific like you have to do, that you have to go out of your way for, in which case go do it by all means, but I don't think that's the case. I think it's just mainly passive, and they can give you good rewards too, although they're usually eggs, but the earlier rewards are like 10, 20 gems, something like that, which is nice, because it adds a little bit to you when you weren't expecting it. But yeah, those are my general, I'd say tips. There's like 3 of them, but mainly the map around how to use, how to navigate and find the gems quickly and most efficiently, in my personal experience. Anyway, we are going to leave the video here, so if you have enjoyed today's video, please smash the like button. If you haven't already, make sure to subscribe and do my crazy Vertico. I'd super duper appreciate it. My name is Vertico, you can call me V. Thank you all so much for watching, have a nice day, and ta-ra!